Let's talk about 4 ways to create a unique niche no matter your age. Hi, I'm Jonathan Milligan. I'm author of the Your Message Matters series. In fact, the first book is all about discovering your message. If you are a writer, coach, speaker, teacher, you want to take your life experience, your story, and you want to figure out how to build an audience, maybe even earn some money or an income or a business, then you're going to want to listen up in this video. We're going to jump into some 4 ways to create a unique niche. Now, I've been teaching this for a while, and I'll have people who are young ask me, how do I create a unique niche? I'm just brand new. I don't have a lot of life experience. And I'll have people who are in their 70s or 80s even, and they'll say, Jonathan, I don't know how to use technology. I don't know what my niche is. I have a desire to help others. What do I do? Let me share with you 4 ideas that might help you today. So, number 1 is the you niche. Yes, you are a niche. In fact, this was a big revelation for me when I realized the more I was just myself in my videos, on my podcast, and my writing, that the more I uniquely stood out because I was just being me. And early on, I thought I had to become like the successful people that I saw. But you can just be you and you can bring your own interest. In fact, one way to go about this whole niche thing is talk about the 3 to 5 things you're the most passionate about. I think of Michael Hyatt, who I've followed for years. And when I first started following him, he talked a lot about book writing because he came from the book publishing industry. And then he started talking about building a platform online, and he left his day job and went and started speaking. And so he talked a lot about building that audience and that platform. And then he started talking about productivity because it was what he was the most passionate about. And today he is really focused in that niche of productivity. And so you can simply start with your name as a domain, start your website, start your YouTube channel, start your podcast, and talk about the 3 to 5 things you're the most passionate about. So don't underestimate that you can become positioned in a unique niche just by being you. All right, the second one is the big brother or big sister niche. So this is helpful for those of you who say, Jonathan, I'm in my 20s or I'm just getting going and I'm just not sure if I have enough life experience. I remember writing down when I was in my 20s that I wanted to become a business coach. And when I wrote that down, I thought it was completely ridiculous because I had yet to start my own business. I had no experience. And so what did I do? I just started where I was. And here's the thing to realize. You are probably 2 or 3 steps ahead of where somebody else is. And I'll give you this example. So let's say that you have figured out how to consistently earn $300 a month from writing and publishing books on Amazon. And somebody who's just getting started would love to take you to coffee and sit down with you and say, tell me how you're consistently earning $300 a month from publishing your books on Amazon. Now, you might be thinking, oh gosh, I'm not doing this full time. $300 a month is not enough to live off of. No one could possibly want to know what I know. And the truth is, that's wrong. There are plenty of people. You just have to be a couple steps ahead. It's a term I like to use called leading learner. You can be a leading learner in a topic. If you've read 2 or 3 books on a topic, more than 95% of the population on that topic, you can be that leading learner and you can start your channel, start your podcast. Don't let age slow you down or stop you. Number 3, let's get into this. We're going to talk about this one. I love this one. It's the sage niche. Now, this is for those of you who might say, Jonathan, I'm retired. I want to do something that lights me up, that I'm passionate about, have all these years of experience. Will anybody pay attention to me? Am I too old? The answer is absolutely not. There are a lot of successful YouTubers, for example, who are providing sage advice, and people love their channels and they subscribe to them because they're being uniquely them. and they are sharing the things that they're passionate about through regular content that they're producing. And so you can be that sage for people, even for the younger generation, of helping them avoid mistakes that maybe you made. You can share your own stories of successes and struggles and failures. I read something the other day that I thought was pretty profound. There was this large study done, and they wanted to find out of all the years of life, what are the most fulfilling and happiest decades? And you know what they said? I believe, if I remember right, the 70s was like number one, the 60s was number two, and the 80s was number three out of all the decades. And so if you're somebody who is even 60 or older, you're in the prime of your life of contribution and sharing and fulfillment. And that, my friend, is why you can be in that sage and niche. Tell your stories, give out your wisdom, and reap the fulfillment of blessing others and helping them. And then finally, number 4 is the big fish niche. Now, you've probably heard the term big fish in a little pond, and this is really important that you get this. And I was fortunate to discover this. I had a coach who spoke truth into me when I first started. When I first started online in 2009, I started with a life and career coach blog. I was trying to be both help you in life, help you in career, and be the most generic version because I thought if I'm wide open, I'll attract people easier to me. If I get too niched and too narrow, it'll be harder for me to find my people. That is just not true. And so I had somebody who early on said, you've got to add like the word for, F-O-R, at the end of what you're trying to do and fill in the blank. So for example, if I wanted to be a career coach, then I need to add, spell it right, I need to add the word for and then fill that in. Who am I a career coach for? I have to become known for something. I can't become known for a career coach. There's too many big players in that niche. I got to be a big fish in a small pond, right? That's the idea. If this is a pond and this is, you want to be playing in a small pond, you can become a big fish. And so I decided to focus on CPAs. And so I became an accounting career coach for CPAs. So that word for is the most important word. You can insert any topic, the word for, and then who's your people? Mindset coach for authors, productivity coach for single moms. When you do that, you have an incredibly powerful niche. And so there are 4 ways that you can create your unique niche no matter your age. Now, if you want to dive deeper in this, you can actually get a free copy of my #1 book, Discover Your Message, absolutely free. Click the link in the description below or the link in the comments below. And if you want to watch the next video in this process, then I encourage you to go and click on this video right up here. That's all about creating your online business setup from scratch, step by step. Go check out that video, and we'll see you in the next one.